Okay, hi U10. This is going to be our second tutorial in the development of our toy project for term 3 and 4 of our stage 5 design and technology unit of work. So by this time you've already created your jigsaw puzzle, which is 160 millimeters wide and 100 millimeters high. And now we're going to develop or build the base for that using Fusion 360 and then printing it with the 3D printer. So the first consideration that I need to be aware of is the size of the jigsaw that I've made. So I'm going to click on the new sketch icon, click on the base plane, bring it in 2D, and straight away I'm just going to make my first piece 100 millimeters high by 160. So right now this gives me the basic shape of my jigsaw puzzle. Now if for whatever reason you had a rounded edge, so in the tutorial that I showed you there were rounded edges on the corners, you might want to do a rounded edge as well. I did a 5mm rounded edge, so I'd have to bring a line in 5, drop another line down 5, and then I could draw a circle. And that should give me the shape that I want. As you can see there. Now to make life a little bit easier for me, what I will also do is mirror that same shape twice. So I'm going to find the midpoint here, draw a line across. I'm going to find the midpoint here and draw a line down. Now I can select my circle, click the mirror function, click this as my mirror line, click OK. Now I've highlighted both those circles, click the mirror line again, or the mirror function, click the mirror line here, and I should be able to, one second, I highlight them again, hold down shift when you're highlighting so they go dark blue, mirror line, to select, it's my mirror, and I've got 4 circles now. Okay, so that gives me the basic shape that I'm working with for this project. Now you might want to tidy up your design. It's not necessarily super important, but what I'm going to do now is put a border around this particular shape. So I'm going to delete these dimensions here. I'm just going to add 5mm to the outside of this shape here. So the easiest way to do that is to just put a small box out there that says that is 5 by 5. And on the other corner, I'm going to create another small box that is 5 by 5. Just click on that outside corner, zoom out, sorry it's freezing a little bit, and then click on the outside of that corner too, then I've got both of them done. So what I can do now, I'm going to extrude this project, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an extrusion that's going to be below the line, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So I want to click the outside and get all of that particular shape there. I want to get the rounded edges. The only part that I'm actually not highlighting is the shape that the jigsaw puzzle is going to fit within. Okay, if that makes sense. So when I do an extrusion of this now, we'll see in a second what it's going to look like. Solid extrude, we want to bring that up. Well, the thickness of the timber for the jigsaw puzzle is 3 mil. So let's say we're going to bring it up 6 millimeters, and then I've got the case like that. Now I will need to put a base on that, so I'm just going to go underneath it, create a new sketch on this face here, get the rectangle tool, and cover the base. Now to then extrude that, solid extrude 3 millimeters. Now I've got that shape. What I will also do is I'm going to highlight everything. I'm going to move everything up 3 mil so that it still sits on the 0 plane. Now I've got a basic shape for my jigsaw puzzle to fit within. The last thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a little rebate in the top of our jigsaw puzzle so that we can put a glass piece of Perspex over it as a protective coat, essentially. So if we look at the shape that we've got here, we've got a wall that should be 3 millimeters across. It's 5 millimeters across, which gives us a little bit of room. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new sketch on this face here, and we're going to put a little square that is 2.5 millimeters by 2.5 millimeters by 3. We're going to do it on both corners and do the same thing that we did last time. 3 by 3. Rectangle tool in the inside corner. It seems to be freezing when I'm doing the rectangle function. It's snapped on there as well. So now I've got the shape in there that I can select. However, if I'm going to do a rebate, I'm also going to need somewhere for my fingers to actually lift up that piece of plastic from. So I'm going to draw a line from the midpoint all the way across, and then I'm going to lift that line 10 millimeters up. And 10 millimeters down. I'm going to draw another line. And why would we do this? Because when we do our rebate, we're going to cut down the side wall a little bit as well, just so that everything will fit in. So now that we've done that, I'm going to select this shape here on the inside. I'm going to click and select these walls here, but I'm also going to click these two walls on the outside and do the same thing here. So you want something that looks like that, where you've got everything on the inside for the rebate, but also these two bits here. And then we're going to intrude everything on 3 millimeters as well. what you can see now is that we've got a spot here for the jigsaw puzzle to fit in. We've got a spot in here, or a slot in here, for our Perspex to sit within, and we've also got a place to put our fingers so that we can pull the Perspex off the top of the object if we need to. Okay, and that is essentially what you're going to have to design and 3D print for this project. Okay, so hopefully this video has made a lot of sense for you. It's not a very difficult piece to produce on Fusion, but if you are able to produce it and then print it, it's just another skill that you've got in the development of this project. Okay, thanks guys.